Well, good evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. It's Thursday, March 21st. Grant Olson is away tonight. I'm Jefferson Robbins. We'll try to get through this as best we can. Here's a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. The Chelan County PUD takes its final steps to absorb the Peshastin Water District into its water delivery system. The move affects more than 200 customers. And a new environmental impact statement looks at the prospects for bringing grizzlies back to the North Cascades, a region where they haven't been seen in nearly 30 years. Our weather today, the only word for what it looked like in the Wenatchee Valley is lovely. Clear skies, light breezes have both been the norm. One of the nicest early spring days we can recall in recent years. We can only hope this early dry warmth doesn't lead to more hazardous wildfire as summer comes on. If it does, NCWLIFE will have the story. Our top news item for the evening. The man accused of offering sexual services out of 2 Wenatchee massage parlors has been arrested more than a year after police raided his business. Lin Hui Yan, age 61, was booked into the Chelan County Regional Justice Center on Wednesday evening after his arrest in Pierce County. Yan was charged in 2023 with leading organized crime, money laundering, and promoting prostitution at 2 massage parlors he operated. Police say Yan fled to China as the Columbia River Drug Task Force raided his operations in March of 2023. His wife and alleged conspirator, 45-year-old Yan Yang, is still sought on an arrest warrant. Police said when they searched the businesses, they encountered women allegedly hired by the couple to provide sexual services to clients for money. Detectives also seized bank records and about $150,000 associated with the businesses. Yan was due to make his appearance late today in Chelan County Superior Court. Chelan County PUD's acquisition of the Peshastin Water District will go into effect on March 26th. The consolidation between the two parties has been in development since 2016, but now the official acquisition date is fast approaching, and PUD commissioners have instructed staff to establish a rate equalization charge. The new charge would go to make up for the difference between existing PUD and Peshastin water rates. It would go into effect June 1st and is estimated to generate $33,000 in revenue per year to help cover the needed improvements to the system. The PUD initially proposed a rate adder for the 238 Peshastin customers, but it's now exploring other options to reduce any financial burden on users. A 22-year-old Moses Lake man suffered serious injuries in a collision near Soap Lake late on Wednesday night. The Grant County Sheriff's Office says Devin White was driving a 2010 Ford Taurus west on Road 20 Northeast around 10:30 p.m. when he lost control of the vehicle near the 3900 block. The car struck a gravel driveway, became airborne, landed, struck a rock pillar and a wood fence, and came to rest in the ditch. White was transported by air to Confluence Health Hospital Central Campus in Wenatchee. No other injuries were reported. Investigators say White was not wearing a seatbelt and that speed and drug or alcohol impairment played a role in the incident. Public schools in Washington state will receive a small boost in funding for educational support staff. Senate Bill 5882, signed into law by Governor Jay Inslee on March 19th, aims to increase public school staffing to better meet the needs of students. The bill states that support staff are vital team members who can support students as they grapple with mental and behavioral health issues. The increased state funding for paraeducators will support 1.012 positions per elementary school, about 3/4 of a position per middle school, and the same per high school. The state will also fund 2 office support and instructional aides per elementary school, 2.5 positions per middle school, and almost 3.5 per high school. The bill is effective 90 days after the session ended earlier this month. Well, when we come back, the Dryden Transfer Station was the site of an early morning refuse fire today. We'll tell you all about what that means for trash disposal in the upper Wenatchee Valley. I'm Jefferson Robbins. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stick around.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. contact us to learn more.
It's cold outside and time to make sure your loved ones are safe and secure at home during the cold months ahead. Aging and Adult Care has low-cost, in-home care options for seniors, adults with disabilities, and for caregivers assisting relatives or friends. Services like housekeeping, personal care, and home-delivered meals can make such a difference for you or someone you know. These services and more are available by calling Aging and Adult Care's offices at 1-800-572-4459.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
Mount Stewart Physical Therapy is all new. New staff, new therapists, and a fabulous new chiropractor. That's right, you do not need to drive to Wenatchee or Kashmir for your care. Come see Dr. Zolman, DC. No referral needed for most insurances. Open your auto and work injury claims with us, or fax your post-op and Medicare therapy prescriptions to us right here in town. We offer covered pelvic floor services. We are premium health care for the Upper Valley. Improve your quality of life today. Mount Stewart Integrative Therapy and Chiropractic.
The federal agencies proposing a reintroduction of grizzlies in the North Cascades have completed their environmental impact statement on the idea. The final EIS, just issued today, spells out the expected results of grizzly reintroduction, which could seed a starting population of 25 bears over a 5 to 10 year period in North Cascades National Park. The report addresses more than 12,000 public comments on the proposal, most of them not in favor of the grizzlies' return. It's not the final word on reintroduction. That decision is still to come in the weeks ahead. The great bear has not been seen in the North Cascades ecosystem since 1996. The Dryden Transfer Station, which receives solid waste from most of western Chelan County, is already partly closed while its concrete refuse pit gets repaired. Now a fire has closed its metal scrap collection yard as well. Chelan County Public Works says a fire of unknown origin broke out this morning in the transfer station's metal yard, where large appliances get dropped off for disposal. Chelan County Fire District 6 responded and got the fire under control. The flames were confined and there was no damage beyond the scrap yard itself. Public Works says while cleanup takes place, the metal yard, too, is closed until further notice. Well, a new initiative is aiming to get Wenatchee area people and their dogs outdoors. The Chelan Douglas Land Trust and the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society are launching Pets and People Outdoors, a partnership that offers events to get people on dog-friendly protected trails. Each event will showcase a trail with hiking opportunities for people and canines of all fitness levels, and attendees will share trail etiquette tips. The Land Trust currently oversees 33 miles of dog-friendly trails in the Wenatchee foothills alone. The first event is a few months away, but it'll be held Saturday, May 18th at Saddle Rock. Now, coming up next, a playful pup named Tyson is the featured adoption candidate on this week's Pause for Pets. You can meet Tyson at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. And your fill-in meteorologist Dan Kuntz says the weather of winter is about to return this upcoming weekend. Way to be a spoil sport, Dan. I'm also just kidding about Dan being a meteorologist. He doesn't actually own any meteors. Please stay with us anyway.
Let Mary Maid's custom cleaning experts help you clean up your to-do list. Between work, kids, and pets, it's hard to find time to keep up. Let Mary Maids of Wenatchee help. Mary Maid's cleaning experts can help keep your home or business fresh, neat, and exactly how you'd clean it, if only you had the time. Call now for a free estimate, 509-663-1710. Serving Chelan and Douglas counties, Mary Maids, let us help.
Check out ClubProCashmere.com for upcoming events and tickets.
The Lake Chelan Chamber of Commerce presents The Magic of Manson.
Spring is here at the Chelan Ridge Winery. Check out the all-new deck area, enjoy an amazing view, new vintage wines, and that down-home hospitality Chelan Ridge is famous for.
Wine Girl Wines is already famous for wine, beer, and great entertainment. And now they have added craft cocktails to the list of food and drink, so pop on by our Manson location for some good old-fashioned fun.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Time now for our weekly Pause for Pets feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Today's featured pet is a 2-year-old Siberian Husky mix with a lot of energy and love to give. Please meet Tyson.
Pause for Pets is presented by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Mary Maid's Doghouse Brewery, Leavenworth, and Club Crow Bar and Grill.
Hi, I'm Sydney from Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, and I'm the Animal Care Associate. And today we have Tyson. He is our pet of the week. Tyson is a 2-year-old Siberian Husky, maybe mix, and he is full of energy and has a great personality. He knows quite a few tricks. Well, he knows sit and shake. Tyson's been with us for about 4 months, so far too long. He was an owner surrender, but it was just because they were moving and they couldn't take him, so now he's here. But we all love Tyson. Something about Huskies is they howl, but Tyson has a unique howl and it's more like a yell, but everyone here gets so much joy out of it. He loves to play with toys and he loves fetch. He might not do great with kids in the home just because he does jump, but since he's younger, he still can be trained, and it just would take a lot of time and practice, but he'd be a great hiking buddy. He does great with other dogs. He has 2 to 3 other dogs that he plays with here, and he has the best zoomies when he gets out in play yard. Tyson, we don't know if he's good with cats, but that's always a trial and error. He might be okay with another dog. If you have another dog and you want to bring it here, you can, and they can meet. He is picky with his food, but he does love cheese, is what I have right now. And he loves hot dogs and any other just meat or hard and soft treats. And with toys, he does love tennis balls, but I think his favorite is the stuffed animals, because he does sometimes rip them apart, but that's just the joy he gets out of it. If you would like to come and meet Tyson, we are open 11 to 6, Thursday through Tuesday, and you can come meet this sweet boy and hopefully have him a part of your family.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org. Pause for Pets is presented by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Mary Maid's Doghouse Brewery, Leavenworth, and Club Crow Bar and Grill.
Hi everybody, Dan Coons filling in for Grant Olson for your weather forecast today, and I got me one of them clickers, like the big city, big market weather people do. Doesn't do anything, just like to push buttons. That's the jump off ridge camera, by the way. Don't jump off ridge. You're not going to walk away from that. A couple of things we want to touch on before we get into the details of your weather forecast. First of all, if you're going to be driving in the mountain passes, winter weather is going to be returning. Some light snow expected in the mountain passes. Nothing big, but enough to make things a little on the cattywampus side. 3,000 feet is pretty much that magic mark. Above 3,000 feet, some light snow, maybe a rain snow mix. Here in the Wenatchee Valley, it's all going to be rain, especially on Saturday. Again, those details are coming up. So get ready for the return of winter weather, and then unsettled and rather cool next week. This gorgeous weather with a big ridge of high pressure gave us all those record high temperatures over the last 5-6 days. It's on its way out of here and will be gone, Johnson, by the time we get together on Friday. So let's get into it. The almanac today, 63 unofficially up at Pangborn Memorial Airport, still well above normal. Not close to a record high, of course, but still above normal. We're going to see high temperatures below normal by the time we get to Saturday and Sunday. Very little rain today. Basically, this was the last really nice day we're going to see for quite some time. Hope you had a chance to get outside and enjoy it. So, what do we have for high temperatures tomorrow? Well, cooler than what we've had the last few days. That was an anomaly. 63 in Moses Lake, 63 in Ephrata. Wenatchee will be lucky to get to 60. Lower 60s in Quincy. Lake Wenatchee pretty cool at 54. Omak 60, but not bad. These are still above normal temperatures. The real bottom drops out when we get to the weekend because of that baby right there. You see that big ridge of low pressure? Grant's been talking about it. It's heading our way. It's knocking on our door right now. By Friday, it'll start moving in to the Wenatchee Valley. We'll have a little bit of pressure gradients tightening up, so a little breeze at times. And then by Friday night, overnight Friday into Saturday, that low pressure ridge will be here. Going to bring a lot of cool air with it and a lot of moisture. As far as the rain, we're talking about midnight or so Friday, basically when Friday becomes Saturday. Then we're going to have rain pretty much all day on Saturday and very cool temperatures as the cold air comes through. By Saturday night, the rain will be tapering off a little bit, could spill over a little bit into Sunday morning. The real thing is going to be the temperature drop. It's going to drop like crazy on Saturday. Into Sunday, we bump back a little bit. By Sunday afternoon, we'll actually have a few sun breaks as the low pressure ridge will be exiting out of there. Out in Montana and in the Dakotas, they're going to see high temperatures well below freezing. Thank goodness we don't live there. By Monday, things stabilize a little bit. Still quite a bit of cloud cover, but really not too much rain in the forecast on Monday. Temperatures are going to hover right around that normal period. 55, 56. As the days are getting longer, our normal high temperatures are starting to get a little bit warmer each day. And we'll be about normal temperature-wise and lots of clouds. So again, today was a great day. The transition really starts tomorrow, and get ready for a lot of rain on Friday night, overnight Friday night, and pretty much all day Saturday, up to a quarter of an inch of rain possible, as a matter of fact, on Saturday. By the time we get to Wednesday of next week, still cloudy, still cool, still a little breezy. It's still March, after all, so that's what we're going to be dealing with. Typical March weather, a lot of instability in the atmosphere once we get to the weekend, but we're not quite there yet. Again, 64, give or take a couple, our unofficial high today. Clouds will be thickening up tonight. You're going to wake up tomorrow with some sunshine in the morning, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. The rain will start coming down about 8 or 9 o'clock on Friday. It'll rain all day Saturday. Notice we're only going to get to 52 degrees, where our normal high is 55. Rain tapers off Sunday morning, some sun breaks Sunday afternoon, and then lots of clouds with intermittent off and on rain. Nothing heavy, but just a pretty steady rainfall in and out on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That's your forecast. Still to come, Eric Granstrom with sports, because that's what he does. You're watching the NCAA Life Evening News.
A happy Thursday. Well, the madness of March is underway with the NCAA men's basketball tournament today. Gonzaga is in Salt Lake City this afternoon taking on McNeese. Coach Mark Few says the Bulldogs are expecting quite a first-round battle.
Will's done an incredible job building this program up, and to get 30 wins. And then when you start watching them play, you can see why. Very, very opportunistic. defense that can turn you over, and they like to run like we run, and they can really convert turnovers into baskets. They do a great job with that. Their defense is extremely disruptive. It's not what you see every day. They'll switch everything and swarm to the ball, and you'll see them doubling our posts really, really hard. Kind of page out of the Chris Beard when he was at Texas Tech, so we've dealt with it there, and even when we played Baylor a couple times and Texas, so our guys have kind of dealt with it a little bit, but very good there, and then spread you out at the other end, and those guards are lightning quick, and they got some really nice three-point shooters, and then Shoemade inside reminds us a lot of, we have a really good player in our league called Jonathan Mogbo, who can really, really athletic, explosive around the rim and just dunks everything. And so I think our guys are kind of used to that. So we're prepared for quite a battle.
The Zags are in the NCAA Tournament for the 25th straight time. The game underway on TBS. The Cougars, meanwhile, are in Omaha for their first-round game tonight against number 10 Drake. Coach Kyle Smith says the matchup should be a great battle both inside and outside.
They're just a really well-coached team put together. We call him Baby Bird, little Larry. Tucker DeVries, and kind of plays, even though doesn't bring the ball up the floor all the time, but it's almost like they're put together a little like the Dallas Mavericks with Luka. I mean, he averages 3.6 assists. He's a really good scorer, and then they have really good guys that fit with him as far as guys that can bang threes and guard their position, and they share the ball. So they're a pretty complete team. They're used to being here. I think this is their third trip the last 4 years. So it'll be a tough game. Their center's good too. Big body, a little bit like the last center we played, Lampkins from Colorado. So it's just there's not a lot of holes, and this time of year that's what you expect. There's going to be good teams, and we have a size advantage, but they're number one defensive rebounding team in the country as far as percentage they give up. So that just tells me they're really good habits, really well coached.
This is pretty much a home game for the lower-ranked Bulldogs, with fans having to travel just 30 minutes to watch tonight's action. The game tips at 7:05. It'll be on True TV. Well, the women's tournament begins tomorrow for Haley Van Lith and her LSU Tigers. They'll face Rice at 1 o'clock on ESPN. Eastern Washington takes on Oregon State tomorrow at 5. That'll be on ESPN2. Gonzaga women don't play until Saturday at 4:30. Well, the Mariners are back at it after a day off in Cactus League play today. They actually play tonight. Seattle's hosting Cincinnati in Peoria at 6:40. The Reds are 10-12 during the preseason. The Mariners, meanwhile, are 11-13. Seattle Kraken will try to snap a 5-game losing streak on the road tonight. Seattle's in Vegas to face the Golden Knights at T-Mobile Arena at 7:30. Game will be broadcast in front of a national audience on ESPN. The Wenatchee Wild ran into a roadblock in their quest for home ice advantage in the WHL playoffs last night in Victoria. The Royals came out on top of Wenatchee 7-3, taking advantage of an early miscue by goalie Brendan G.
Reshny directs it back. Jaron Brinson, defenseman for the Royals, over to Matthew Keller, scored his first Western Hockey League goal last game. G has trouble with the puck behind the net, turned it over out in front, it's in the net! Tatum Trembecki scores after a miscue by Brendan G behind the net. Backhands it to the right point, Prasovsky has a look in, his wrist shot, scores, hits pay dirt. We got a tie game at 1 on a power play goal from Prasovsky, whose shot found its way through. For Hogan Evenson down the left wing, goes back to the slot, they score! Pasternak directs it home after a sweet feed from Casper Hogan Evenson. And the power play scores 28 seconds into it. He'll spin with the puck, having a look in, goes down Main Street, toe drag, shoots, scores! A gorgeous goal from Dawson Pasternak. Well, Trembecki did from Burlock. Reish was on that unit. Now it's sent out in front, it's back of the net for the Wild, as Sherbina finds Bukarts for his second of the game. Chance at a penalty shot? We do. Picking it up is Isogai. He'll go wide. Now cuts to the slot. Isogai forehand, and runs out of room as Holt.
2 minutes.
And they score! Tyson LaVenture And the Royals will charge back up the ice on left wing. Hogan Evenson, the saucer feed, it's off the pad, it's in the net! Nate Miskey finishes off his own rebound. With about $1:20 to go, they've scored. And the Royals are in. Burlock to the slot, Wrights just put it wide. Burlock scores on the rebound off the end wall. The line ran into his own man and gave up the puck. Wu tried a quick shot, it's into traffic, and a rebound chance, and they score. The Wild do. As popping this one home is Cooper on the backhand. Pasternak cross ice. Reshney tried a one-touch pass, broken up, but he got it back off the sword. Now Leventure's alone in front, and he scores! Top corner. What finish from Tyson Leventure here on the power play.
Wenatchee will try to do it again in Victoria tomorrow night at 7:05. You can hear the action locally on radio at KPQ with our buddy Austin Andrade. Checking the Les Schwab scoreboard in prep baseball on Wednesday, it was Cashmere taking down Tonasket 10-2. Kittitas got by Chelan 4-2. On tap today, Waterville Mansfield visiting Cascade. Okanagan's hosting Oroville. Bridgeport traveling to Brewster. Liberty Bell is hosting Manson. We had a couple of blowouts in prep fast pitch softball yesterday. Chelan cruised by Liberty Bell 25-5. Cashmere crushed Tonasket 21-5. Today's action features Wenatchee hosting East Valley. Elmira Cooley Heartline plays at Lake Roosevelt. Brewster hosts Bridgeport. Okanagan visits Oroville. Liberty Bell hosts Manson. The 6 matches head for the pitch today in prep boys soccer. Chelan is hosting Omak. Brewster plays at Bridgeport. Tonasket welcomes Pateros. Liberty Bell visits Okanagan. Manson hosts Oroville. Cashmere plays at Cascade. That'll kick off tonight at 6 o'clock. We'll be at Lee Bofto Field of the Apple Bowl tonight for some streaming action of lacrosse in the NCWLIFE channel Facebook page. Wenatchee plays host to Chihuahua at 7 o'clock. Our pregame with yours truly and Thomas Bass begins at about 6:50. The game will be televised tomorrow on the NCWLIFE channel. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Thursday.
On Friday's edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, it is the star of the Fast and Furious franchise, the Hollywood legend Paul Walker will be joining me to talk about the latest film of the. I'm sorry, it's not Paul Walker. It's Alan Walker. Alan from the Chelan Douglas Community Action Council. We check in with Alan about once a quarter to find out what's going on with the good folks there. We'll check in with Alan and AmeriCorps as well. They do good work. Alan Walker, not Paul Walker. My bad. On the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us news@ncwlife.com or call 888-6295. That's 888-NCWL. I'm Jefferson Robbins. Grant Olson will be back with you tomorrow evening. Thanks so much for being with us. Have a great night.